Wait a minute. And hello, children. Wait a minute. Let me turn the camera around so people can see me. There we go. And hello, 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 Child, I was laughing about to laugh in between. I couldn't even hold the note this time. So, child, it's been a minute. How are you, people? How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, 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 and thank you for coming on up in here. What's going on with all of you? Darlings, 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 welcome to another installment of the Donut Factory Chronicles and commentaries. Honey, y'all know who this is, babies. Come on up in. I see y'all coming up in here doingly. Yes, hello to all of you coming in. I'm going to introduce you guys and call your names out momentarily. Right now, I just want to get started because I'm trying to learn how to time myself with these things, children. Sometimes I ramble and rant and things, and I just want to time myself, you know. Yeah, y'all know I'm here at the Donut Factory, so please be aware that there may be some sounds. I may have to pause and talk to my co-workers and carrying on and all of that. So do know that I am at the Donut Factory. Having said all that, at the same time, I want you guys to go to my website. Okay, please, y'all go visit my website for me and get my numbers and stuff up and go like me on all of my social media platforms and all of that kind of stuff. But go to dishingtea.com for everything Dishing Tea. Okay, about me, about what's going on in the world of Dishing Tea, about my life, somewhat, my books, and my oils. Are you guys familiar with my fragrance line called Sensuality? It's all about the tea, honey. Sensuality, yes, I create body oils, and I create my own scents. So no, I'm not going to give y'all Riri and Izzy and all those kind of things, no. Because y'all go get those anywhere else. I create my own scents. And so I have a wonderful line, honey. We have 19 scents to it right now. My top 5 sellers are the Wakanda oil. Yes, I do. I have a Wakanda. I have a Vibranium. The Intoxication, Eye Candy, and Foreplay, and Roommate. Those are the ones, and Shower Fresh. Those are the ones that sell very, very, very quickly. So go check it out. I do offer sample, you can order a sample pack so you can smell them and carry it on. So go to the website, dishingtea.com for more information. And let's get into this because, like I said, I'm trying to time myself and I want to be cute. Before I get started, follow me on Instagram. Go to my Instagram page. Let me put that down here. My Instagram is at Big Meach 7109. Okay, so that's wait a minute, IG. Yeah, let me put that down here. IG. No, not OG. IG is at. No, I don't want to capitalize. Come on now. Big Meach 7109. The reason why I say follow me there is because over there on the gram, darling, I have what's called a Big Meach moment. Oh, yes, it's something that I just started recently, and I want you guys to go ahead on and check those out. So every time I have an inspirational thought or something, we're throwing those up on the gram exclusively. So you have to follow me there for a Big Meach moment, okay? So now I'm here, and let's get into this because I am actually, no, I'm more than just a little bit. I am fucking perturbed. Now, though I am not transgender, as in wanting to change and live my life as the gender I wasn't born an assignment, that I wasn't assigned to when I was born. What we have here is that y'all know I perform and carrying on and this, that, and that. I throw on some hair, some makeup, and this, that, and the third. So Samantha Stevens' Divinity is my alter ego. Now she hasn't been out in a little minute. But that there is that. At the same time, what we have here is we have a transgender ally who had just come forth. Have y'all heard about that? Malik Yoba coming forward and saying that he's trans attracted, and he said that, he's found himself to be and had to learn had to accept that he is trans attracted, okay? And I thought that was a brave move, and I still applaud him for that, because we need to have safe spaces for those who are trans attracted, okay? We already know about the trans community and how we have to have spaces for them, but we also have to have space for their admirers as well, particularly those who are of African American and people of color, because our communities don't support that, okay? We don't support and we don't encourage it, and we still think that it is a grave stigma. And so for Malik, particularly with his Hollywood status and carrying on, to come forward and say that, this is a part of who he is, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Now, for those of us who have been around a little bit, for a little piece of a second or whatever, that's not new to us. That's not new. It's not some discovery, because a lot of the girls, the girls know who fuck around and carrying on, because hell, most of the girls, they work the strolls, or they are in, places where, either celebrities or people of power will frequent from time to time. Okay? Oftentimes it's the stroll, okay? Because I've heard some stories about a number of people, and I'm going to say allegedly, because hell, the sources that I got it from, I trust my sources. However, I'm going to say allegedly, because it has never been corroborated or qualified or quantified. But, they've been talking about Eddie Murphy, they've talked about Arsenio Hall, they talked about LL Cool J, and carrying on in these vices and things, and those things have been said about them over the years. Now, like I said, those stories have not been corroborated, they've all been alleged and things of that nature. So when we hear stories, it's nothing new. And so for Malik Yoba to come and to profess, I'm not going to say confess, he professed that this is his truth and carrying on, I thought that's wonderful. Here's what the problem is. Some bitch, what's her name? Mariah is somebody, Ebony, Mariah Lopez Ebony, whatever. I don't even know if this is a black girl, if she's mixed, if she's whatever. Apparently she's a trans girl, and she just did some little expose, and she wrote a letter talking about surviving Malik Yoba, okay? And why I'm taking such a harsh stand on this is because even herself, she said in the letter, in the article, that this was 20 years ago or so for her, okay? And she's claiming that, when Malik was out and about, that she professes that he was engaging in underage sex, okay? And she's saying that, she was between the ages of 13 and 16 and stuff, out there on the stroll as a trans woman, and Malik had taken advantage of her and a few other girls and stuff out there. And so her whole thing is, don't be congratulating him or applauding him for his efforts because he's coming out as a trans activist or a trans advocate. She's saying that, fuck him and what he stands for, because basically he was exploiting children. Okay? Now, here's why I'm upset about this. And I get upset about this, and I know a lot of you guys are going to say, but we shouldn't blame the victim. We shouldn't blame the victim. And I have a problem, because even with the Me Too movement and carrying on, those bitches who want to sit down here and y'all coming forward after 30 years, 20 years, 25 years or whatever, I have a problem, because number one, the stories have not been corroborated. You say that you've never told anybody because nobody was going to believe you. You told a best friend. You done told somebody who's close to you. You done told somebody. Okay? And for those who never did, because I realize that folks have been hurt by the shame of it or whatever, and they never have. For those who never have said anything, particularly when they've been touched by celebrities, For those who've never said anything, child, when you come out and you find the balls to do it because now you're empowered. I'm on the fence with that because it's like, what is it now? And it's the same thing with this girl here. This man just come out here and now question the whole idea of him coming forward. Because this is why y'all can't have nobody in your fucking corners to begin with. This is why a lot of people who deal with trans are either down low or they stealth. Because, see, down low is one thing because down low has become a culture of its own. It's not even down low anymore. A lot of folks are stealth. They are looking for trans women who are very passable, very, 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 y'all, and for those of you who watch polls, y'all understand because look at Electra, okay? Electra and Angel and Lulu, look at those girls, okay? Look at those. And why, folks can't, to an untrained eye, and then to some of the trained eyes, they are passable. That's what, we used to say that back in the day for the very light-skinned children who were passing for white. It's the same shit. You got trans women out there, and then some trans men who, during their transitioning and carrying on, honey, you cannot tell or you do not realize that they were born of a different gender, okay? So here we have those who live stealth, who are attracted to trans women or who want to put trans women up and will become, their bread and butter and carrying on as long as their secret is not revealed. You see what I'm saying? And so now we got this girl here. You got an ally who done came out, African-American ally, then African-American, and then he's in Hollywood. Someone who's in the arena, and bitch, you now finna go to fuck up the whole damn program because your ass wanna sit up here and now you talking about some surviving Malik Yoba. No, bitch, you weren't surviving Malik Yoba. You were surviving life. You sat up there for whatever reasons. Either you were transitioning, your parents kicked you out, you left home, whatever. Times got hard. You had to do what you had to do to get over. That there is life, and life is hard. And I'm not taking away or demeaning or subjecting her truth and whatever it is to minimize it. That's not what I'm doing. What I am doing is I'm gonna call your bitch ass out for wanting to call them out because you're now taking two different things and trying to take it and put it into one. You're saying that they knew that you were underage. You're claiming that, they come out here and they know we underage and carrying on and they just take advantage of us and they exploit us and think that just because they done gave us some money, they done did they do. But you love us so much. And I got to go back and read that article. I don't even think that he said the word love. I believe he said that he is attracted to trans and that he loves all people, and that's how come he was going to participate at the trans march that's coming up in D.C. Is it D.C. or Boston or somewhere? So that there is what all this is. So I'm sitting up here, I'm calling that out because I'm a little tired of when, see, here we have an ally. You just had an ally come out and say, okay, here, this is what this is, okay? Now, it ain't even been a full 24 hours or whatever, and it, well, maybe, let's just say it hasn't even been a week yet. Now, all of a sudden, you're here to tear down the credibility of your fucking ally. So now, what is going to keep other allies from coming out? Oh, see, now, he wants to create a safe space for those who are attracted to trans. Create a safe space so that we can get rid of the stigma. There's a lot of people out here who are attracted to trans or whatever, but they can't come forward because y'all bitches want to sit down here. You want to ridicule them, you want to throw them under the rug, and carry on. And here, this is what we have here with this girl here. Now, to be fair, let me jump on her side of the fence for a minute and take up her argument, okay? Because I don't want you to think that I'm insensitive to what she's saying, okay? Because out of her 20 years or so of feeling as though she had to been on the streets and exercising her survival skills or whatever. And one of the things she said, well, since you claim you love us so much, where were you, when we were out here in the cold and didn't have places to go and were not in the best light and carrying on when folks were taking advantage of us, when folks were beating us up and carrying on out here on these same streets. Where was your love for us then? Okay? And so, I stand by that, and I can understand where that sense of pain comes from. I understand where she is, because it's like, okay, if you got so much love for us, how come you couldn't use your celebrity at the time? Because she's saying that at that time, New York Undercover was still on the television. So, he was very popular. So why couldn't you do at that particular time, come out and be supportive to us then, And, okay, I'm going to give her that to a point. And the reason I say to a point, hold on. Copy that. I'm going to give her that to a point, because that there would be a valid point. You know what I'm saying? That would be valid, because if you love us so much or whatever, how come you couldn't? But let me go here, because this is why I say to a point. See, the problem that I have with that particular argument is this. Bitch, you the one out there on the motherfucking street. You the one sit up there selling ass. You the one to sit up there that's made up. See, here's the thing. You want to sit up there and call them out, telling them something they didn't know, or they were taking advantage of underage sex. Number one, you did not say that you were not a willing participant, because, bitch, you got paid. So you put yourself in that particular state to where this was a business arrangement. You see, how many times did you clip the dates, bitch? Huh? Because this is business, hooker. Don't give me that. This here is out there. Y'all trying to get over, trying to sit there. For those of you who, and then there's a number of the girls who, for survival. Not only to take care of what they need to take care of as far as rent and clothing and food and this and that and the other, a lot of them were paying for some of their body work and body augmentations and carrying on. So a number of the girls, I'm from Detroit, and I know all the girls, child, was sitting. Well, not all of them, but I know several of the girls back in my younger days. The girls would sit up there. And they would sit there and make their coin or whatever, because they knew the girl was coming. The girl was coming in to do the shots or whatever. So they sit up here and say, okay, I'm gonna put 250 in my titties or whatever. I'm gonna get another 300 in my hips. So so they out there making the coin, so that they can sit up there and get beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Illegally and carrying on and doing all this body damage to them, because shit, these girls coming up in here and they were doing pumping parties and carrying on. Really, 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 really horrifically, and the work was, the work get botched and carried on and things of that nature. Y'all have seen this. Y'all have seen a number of the YouTube videos, and now that Pose is on, Pose is sitting up there, and it's exposing all that. Remember, Candy went through all that. She went to the girl, and the girl goes in there and tells her, oh, I got the stuff, but I made it, I put my own stuff in it so we can stretch it out. Bitch, you ain't no motherfucking chemist. And then you gonna sit up there and inject that, and then at the injection site to keep it from oozing, you gonna put some crazy glue. Crazy glue on your fucking skin, bitch. That's going to react with the chemicals, bitch. Okay. But that's what they did, because at the time, it was all about, I want to get my mind, the outside, to match what my inside is saying. There's some harsh shit. It's harsh. It's gruesome. Some of the girls, are, they're having residual effects and carrying on. I know my sister Jaleesa out there in California, she just went public and things, and she had to undergo surgery with her breast, and she went. I'm saying this because she did a video on this on Facebook and things, and I'm shouting her out because, again, she was saying, how, making wrong choices or whatever, and after so many years, the silicone had taken an adverse effect, and so she had to go have surgery, and they had to get it replaced the right way or whatever. So, Jaleesa, I'm shouting you out, sister. I'm using you as a testimony here because you know of the severity of what I'm trying to do. But yes, honey, those pumpkin parties are real cute and are real serious. And somebody said on Woodward Avenue, I just saw that down on Woodward, and the girls were coming in, and I think the girl came in from Chicago. She was in the wheelchair. I can't think of her name right now, but she would come in, and the girls, when they knew she was coming, they were getting ready. So back to the original point, little Miss Thing, honey, you can't sit up there and blast him talking about something he was having underage sex, because if you want to sit down there and put it out there like that, bitch, it wasn't rape. You just trying to go for underage, so you can say it was statutory rape. But now the statutes of limitations are over, bitch. You said that was 20 years ago. Plus, in your words, that came in your words. So now, what you trying to blast him on, huh? What are you blasting him on at this particular time? Because see, right now, bitch, you done even lost kudo points and said, "Oh, I had him." See, that was the key. See, the key is that a lot of the girls kept their mouths shut because the coin was coming in cutely. And they could sit up there and say, "Okay, bitch, I know what you did last summer." Okay, so that's what a lot of this was, and so a lot of celebrities and things, you know, remember the movie Eyes Wide Shut? Those parties are real, child. They are real. They are real. A lot of people cannot stand or don't want to cannot stand in their truth because of societal pressures and carrying on status in society. They have, you know, they have clout or whatever, and they're not able to live in their truth, so they go underground. And in the underworld or whatever, honey, it's a world, honey, and it costs. Okay, you want fame? Well, fame costs, and right here is where you start paying in sweat, because a lot of them get to sweating and carrying on. What happens if this come out? They get to, you know, going through anxiety attacks and carrying on if somebody were to clock their tea or tell their tea. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this is for protection. A lot of this is for, you know, it's for the joy of it. You know, some folks are just attracted to the danger of it. You know, ooh, what if I do get caught? And so that allure, you know, is what attractive and carrying on to get them out there into that whole underworld and carrying on. But little Miss Thing, honey, I won't say I don't have no respect for you. What I do have, I have a lot of anger for you, because you could have went about this in another whole dynamic. Okay, you could have sit up there and said, you know, at the time, you know, yeah, we were underage or whatever, and they didn't know or whatever. But no, you trying to blast him out and not even give him the kudos for saying, you know what, thank you for being attracted to us, or thank you for stepping up, because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people will sit up there. There's some men who are only they are only attracted to trans women, but yet they can't stand in their truth. And when you see them, look at your girlfriends who are transgender. Okay, look at your girlfriends. Okay, all of your girlfriends who are trans. Okay, and they always have fine ass husbands. Child, I don't know what. My cousin, child, this bitch here. Okay, I swear, but she looked like Whitney Houston. Okay, she looked like Whitney Houston. So, and this is pre-crack Whitney. This is pre-crack, when Whitney first came out and was stunning. Okay, she was still cute, you know, after she got into the world and things of that nature. Now I'm talking about she was stunning and still in her innocence. Okay, my cousin looked like this girl. Okay, and so she can attract, you know, businessmen and carrying on, those who are willing and wanted to do for her because they saw her for the woman that she is, you know. And there's a lot of men out there who do that, and they want to do that, but they're ashamed because of what society says. And now we have someone who says, listen, we need to create a safe space for them, you know, for us, because I'm one of them. Okay, and we get to this particular point now. This bitch want to sit down here and throw a monkey wrench in and finna fuck up the whole game. Let me start saying hi to everybody who done came up in here. I said I was going to announce y'all this is the perfect time. Oh, I got to go way to the beginning. Okay, we got Lupaka and Brianna. Hello there, darling. My daughter is here. Hello, mother, she says. Okay, Michael is here. Hello. Herman is here. Lorenzo. Okay, great morning to you as well, my darling. Tony is here. Okay, I'm going to call you, baby. Okay, Major Minor is here. Isaac is here. Jan is in here. Hey, boo, what's going on? Tyrell is here. Marco is here. Hey, Derek, really, girl. Hey. Okay. Marco, hello, my fellow Detroiter. Hello to you, too, Marco. Tyrell says she was a victim 20 years ago, so why now? That's my question, too. Because, see, here's the thing. I think it questions or puts into play, because I saw one in that article, you know, they got the comments. I read in the comments, somebody wrote, oh, well, maybe he came out because he was trying to thwart, you know, the onset of them trying to start a Me Too movement with him or whatever. Maybe he was trying to do damage control. That ain't what the fuck this is, because he came out to talk about something else. He came out to be in support of the 20-year-old who killed himself, who was trans-attracted identified, and said that he likes to have sex with trans girls. And he got bullied and carried on. That boy ended up killing himself. Okay, his name was Maurice. They called him Reese, and I can't think of his last name. He was 20 years old. He came out against that and said we need to stop doing this. And then he admitted that he himself is trans-attracted. So this ain't got nothing to do with no damn, oh, I'm trying to save myself or whatever, or try to throw any efforts of a Me Too movement. That wasn't that. Okay, Miss Eslian Mitchell is in here. Hakeem is here. Jarrell, you're here. Diamante is here. Hello there, darling. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to steal this line from my baby, honey, Mr. Otis Mack, honey. Excuse my indulgence. I love Otis Mack. That's for you, baby. It's just watered down water with tea and stuff, but it's all the ice that melted now. Okay. Leo is up in here. Tracy is up in here. Leo says what? Oh, we're talking about Miss Mariah. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're talking about her. Okay, Tracy said, hey, Meach. Diamante said, to a small point. Okay, right. Okay. Tyrell, so why don't she blame her parents? Miss me with that bullshit. Okay, here we go with that. Okay, Diamante said, bingo, bingo. Okay, bingo, baby. Jada came up in here. Leo, you say... Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Leo, you say that's what many of the other girls were saying in her comments. She was getting heat, trust me. Okay, facts, says Terrell. Okay, Lamar says Malik came out for points. Okay, are you saying that is that a good thing or a bad thing, honey? Are you saying that he was because the way how let's start that over. The way how I am interpreting that is perhaps this was him to get back into the limelight. Are we looking to say that he did this to jumpstart something or whatever? Or are we saying, bitch, you did that for points? How did you work that? How are we saying that? Diamante, you said, well, she got that coin and was fine with them. Okay, then, yeah. Okay, what you say? Preach on, honey, preach. I got you. Terrell said, yeah, speak a word. Okay, Diamante said, on Woodward Avenue, honey. Okay, Allison came in. Hello there, single. What's up, baby? That's my baby. How are you, sugar? Okay. Yes. Keonde is here. Leo, you said he did come out for points, but she need to he did come out for points, but she need to re-up her game just a bit. Okay. Diamante said that's what they did. Okay. Leo said no, not that I don't understand where she's coming from. I do. But it's not what she's saying, but how she's saying it. Okay, I'll give you that. Chad done came in. Hey, love, it was great seeing you at the concert while I was in the ATL. You know what? Did you have a good time with Miss Dionne Warwick? Didn't that heifer sing her face in? Big TT did her thing, child. And Denise Williams and people. It was just a phenomenal time. That was my very first time seeing all three of them live. So I had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was wonderful seeing you, sweetie. Okay. Chad is up in here. He waved. He says hello. Derek is up in here. Leo, you say, I know many girls who have gone to pumping parties, male and female. Yes, darling. Yes, yes. And let me tell you something about those pumping parties. See, the pumping parties, I understand why the girls do it. I understand it. I get it. And I'm thankful that this is not my plight, because oftentimes when you want stuff to be correct, when you're working so hard to make sure everything is right, and if I'm standing in my truth, I mean, hell, me as a gay man and trying to fight the battle when I was trying to fight my weight and wanting to understand what this means. Now I'm getting older here. My teeth are falling out again. I got to get a grill. I got to, my hair done started falling out. I'm starting to have other health problems and things to where I'm competing with my 17-year-old self. And then now here I am. I'll be 50 in March. And so now we're looking at life from a different angle. And then being that the culture is so superficial, okay? And, how do I now fit in? And you talking about someone who feels as though they're in the wrong body. And so now that I got to get this body to look as womanly as possible. You know what I'm saying? I need to get this to where it's going to make me happy. Hold on. Copy. I got to get this body to look like something so where I'm happy with me. And in understanding that, I understand why the pumping parties exist. But at the same time, we go through these changes and stuff, and the girls go through those changes, and they put their lives at risk, and it's almost like by any means necessary in order to be fishy, in order to be womanly, in order to be, I'm going to sock it to the girls. And it becomes, it's so dangerous. It is so dangerous. And then when you hear the horror stories about these girls putting Fix-A-Flat and caulking silicone and shit in their bodies, mineral oil, okay, in their bodies, that ain't cool. That's not cool. And so a lot of the girls, they risk all that in order to get to feel as though they are who they are, okay, and it's horrible. It's horrible, okay. Kev done came up in here. Dear Monty, you say the money is for your services and for you to hush. How about that? Okay, dear Monty, you also say that's how the girls get murdered. That speaks for itself, okay. Tyrell, you say, what about all the other tricks that she had? He wasn't the only one. He was the one that was famous. I can't fuck with that one because that one speaks for itself. How about that? Leo, you say what? Yeah, why do they think the sex party scene is so huge? Well, what, believe it or not, it is. It really is. It's just that a lot of it is underground, okay? And, oh, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. This damn stool is on my ass. Oh, that hurts. And on that, because of the salaciousness of the culture, we're sitting up here, sex just sells. The old adage, and it's horrible. Sex sells. And right now, because we are in a hyperactive sexual culture, there's what we respond to the most. We would go to sex parties and everything. We would go to the underground stuff or whatever. And it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Because remember, honey, a lot of these kids, honey, they feel as though they got to get high in order to perform all the time, or feel as though they got to, a lot of them are on an escape thing because they don't want to feel the pain or whatever that life has brought to them. So they would get high, they would erase the pain or whatever, and then in their distorted imagination or in their alternative world or alternate state of consciousness, then they figure though, okay, well, since I'm here, then let me have fun. I could be the life of the party. I could be this, and it becomes all of that. It's all of that wrapped up all into escaping because they've not learned how to accept themselves. And then not learn how to deal with the bruises and the bumps that come with it. See, it's one thing to stand up and to stand in your truth. It's another thing to walk in it. Because when you're walking in, that means I got to be able to take all the hits. And sometimes, honey, you may have to bite the bullet, honey. Sometimes you got to put you will be Wonder Woman, put your bracelets on, honey. And there's a bullets and bracelets time. And then there's sometimes, honey, when you just don't feel like fighting. You know. And it's those days, honey, I don't feel like putting on these goddamn bracelets, honey. Listen, okay, fuck it, I'll stay in the house. And when you stop fighting for yourself, child, then it goes into depression. Why am I here? And it goes into the whole vicious cycle. Okay? Tracy, you say, well, I thought what Malik did was very courageous and others should follow suit. I agree. I believe that it was completely courageous. At the same time, I also believe that, you know, for him to stand up in his truth, honey, one of the things, the greatest love of all, honey, the greatest love of all, okay, is learning to love yourself. If you can love yourself through all your fabulousness and your flaws, see, I think I've shared this before. And for those of you, you know, we talked about this and carrying on. I have a number of pictures out there. I always take a picture of me in sexy little underwears and carrying on. I got an X2 page and all that kind of shit. And yes, I know it's out there because I put it out there. Okay? But the reason for it, and a lot of folks don't understand that. I done got read, I done got talked about, my fat ass this, or oh my God, this is an embarrassment. And I done got raked across the coals. But the reason why I did all that is because I had to learn how to love my body. Even when I had this big ass hernia in my stomach and carrying on looking like an alien, like Sigourney Weaver and them in Aliens, and this bitch was about to bust out, I had to learn how to love my body in all of its flaws. Because if I didn't, I couldn't get nobody else to do it. You know, yes, I was sexually active with my hernia because I had to make it a part of it. I had to make it a part of me. I've had some times where folks couldn't understand it. They didn't get it. It scared them off, you know, and things of that nature. But I had to learn how to take those hits because it wasn't for everybody. You understand? I had to, in order to do me. I mean, hell, now the Bell's palsy. Okay, now I got to get some dental work done because, like I say, all shit. The medicines that I'm on, I got my teeth and shit falling out and all this kind of jazz, and I talk too much not to have a grill on it. So, and I'm very transparent about this because this is what this is. You understand? This is what this is. Life you cannot get through it unless you are transparent. If you're not crystal clear with it, baby, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And so that's what happens, okay? That's what happens. And these are why these discussions are necessary, okay? They are necessary. Little Miss Thing set up there, her experience is her experience, okay? Now, we could talk about underage sex and things. We could talk about being out there on the stroll because oftentimes, because she said in the article about a lot of the kids being runaways and carrying on, that's a hurtful thing. And I don't know if she said she was one of them. I don't remember if she said she was one of them. But she was saying, you know, about how the kids are doing what they have to do. But bitch, you done sat down here and now want to lump him into a category that's a separate category. Because see, when he came on the block, bitch, he didn't know what you was outside of you presenting yourself as somebody who was an ass for sale. And if he was buying, bitch, you took the coin. He didn't ask you for your motherfucking ID because they don't do that. They don't do that. Okay, so are you trying to trick bag it or what? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to qualify it or whatever. Let's be real about it. Let's be real. Because if you 13, 14, 15, 16 years old and you done painted your face to look like you 22 and you out here on the stroll, bitch, ain't nobody paying attention to that. You know, ain't nobody paying attention to it. Okay? Leo, you say, well, it's true. That's true of films and cross-dressers too. Ask me how I know. Memories of a mistress. Okay, hashtag that. Reggie done came up in here. Okay. Reggie, you say, well, he had a drug overdose. Unfortunately, not because he directly killed himself from the bullying, as I thought at first. Oh, okay, so he OD'd. Oh, okay. Okay. Kendall has Kendall. Is it Kendall or Kendall? Okay, you're up in here. Thank you, sweetie. Leo, you say, well, he's trying to get on polls from what I've heard. Let him. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. Lamar, you said, oh, okay, so that was a good thing. Okay, okay, he came out for points. Okay, I got you. Okay, Jason is up in here. Leo, you say what? Leo, that would be cool. Okay. Kendall, good evening to you as well. Anthony is up in here. Gabe is up in here. Allison. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's see. I'm good, love. All in the mustard trying to catch up. Ha ha! You better give me that Little Richard quote. I have no idea what this story is about, but sounds juicy as hell. Could you please recap? Okay. Let me recap it for you. What has happened is that Malik Yoba from New York Undercover had recently come out a few days ago, but as saying that he is a black man, a black heterosexual man who is attracted to trans women. Okay? And he did this on the heels of wanting to bring awareness to the 20-year-old young man, what's his name, Maurice? They call him Reese. He was 20 years old, and he was bullied very badly because he was a trans-attracted identified person. And, the guys around him, it's a video that they posted, and they really bullied, they were really badgering him and carrying on. And so this young man ended up taking his own life. Now, we just heard that he ended up having a drug overdose versus just really going to kill himself. But at the same time, he's no longer here because of the effects of the bullying. And so, in him coming and sharing that particular story, he was saying how he, too, is trans attractive. Okay? And so now what we have is one of the trans girls from back in the day is trying to call him out because now she done wrote a letter and went public and calling it Surviving Malik Yoba, as if to say that she was one of his victims. At least I'm paraphrasing and I'm adding my little drama to it, because to have the name of Surviving Malik Yoba, it insinuates that there was a problem here or that this was something on the regular. And so in her article, in her letter, she's stating that, don't get all privy and congratulatory because he came out, and saying he's trans attracted. Her thing is that he was sitting up there participating in underage sex, and he was exploiting a lot of the girls that was on the stroll or whatever, simply for his own pleasures, because a lot of them were between the ages of 13 and 16. Now, she herself in this is saying, this is over 20 years ago, and she could still remember it like it was yesterday. And if you love us so much like you claim that you do, how come you wasn't out there to help us then and get us there and get us here? Because you were at the height of your celebrity because New York Undercover was still on the air in prime time. So that's what we're talking about here, because I disagree with her dissertation, because what we have is someone who is coming out in support of the trans community, not just the trans community, but those who are attracted to trans women. Hold on. Copy that. All right, y'all. I gotta get ready to put this up in my log in a minute. So I'm gonna get through this. But what we have here is that not only is he a trans advocate, because there's some kind of march, I think it's in D.C. or Boston or something that's coming up, that that's a trans march or something that he's going to participate in. And so he wants to create a safe space as well for those who are trans attracted, so that they can have footing here. And I agree, because those who are attracted to trans women, honey, they get the short end of the stick. They get bullied, they get ridiculed and carried on, and a lot of those men live stealth. They're not even down low. They're completely stealth. They're off the radar because of what society says and what society do to them and carrying on, and question their masculinity, question their mentality and all of that. So that's what this is all about. Okay? Steven is up in here. Hey, Steven, thanks for coming. Anthony, another Anthony is up in here. Leo, you say, meaning the underground aspect of it all. I get it. I get it. Believe me. Okay. You. As far as why the children. Okay, I got it. Your question earlier was, why do they understand the sex of it all? Why do they think it's all about the sex? And yeah, but in the underground culture, yeah, but it's more than just the sex though, because with the pumping parties and stuff, it's all about getting an hourly figure or getting as womanly as possible. And you've seen the girls that get their cheekbones done and carrying on, and sometimes they get botched work because they get too much or they get addicted to it, and then and don't see the woman in them until they start looking like the madam down. Remember madam? Yeah. Lee Cooper is here. Hey Lee. Steve is here. Paris is here. Willie is here. Terrell, you say, thank you for your transparency. Honey, it only works when you are, baby. It only works when you are. Okay? Lamar, I think it's good that Malik came out instead of letting somebody else bring him out. Good point. Like when Quincy Jones admitted that he has been bisexual, and it's better than they pull it out themselves. Okay? Exactly. If you throw your own dirt out there, honey, there's no dirt to go look for. You see what I'm saying? Child, come on. Okay. Allison says, I so agree. Okay. Leo, you say, this is why you should be on pose as Pray Tell's arch rival. It would be everything. Not his arch rival. Okay. If he was on pose, that would be awesome. You know what? That would be awesome for Malik to be on pose, because, see, I would like to see him as a dark-skinned brother. I would love to see him and Electra create heat. Oh, the girl. Because, see, oh, honey, that would just be everything. That would be everything. Okay. Herbert is in. Okay. Alice, she says, oh, okay, I haven't heard this. She's late for the date, and she's trying to hate. Points. Miss Allison says she's late for the date, and she's trying to hate. Get it. Okay, I'm done. Lay me out, honey. Put a fork in me. Okay, sizzle. Let the steam come up off me, bitch, honey, because I'm a baked potato. Pop me open so I can just, okay. All that goodness just came out, baby. Put some sour cream on me, honey, and some butter. Yes. Okay. Exactly. And that's what we're saying here. Okay, that's exactly what we're saying here. Miss Sting, you have set up here. Oh, God. Okay. I so wish, because if you read the letter, it's very angry. It is very angry. And I wish that someone would have gotten to her and like, okay, let's do this in a different format. Or let's say the same things, but let's remove the anger out of it, and let's not be so accusatory. Okay. Walter is here. Hey, hello to you, my darling. Thank you. Alice is, they're saying you should be on pose. Yes, girl, they're talking about something. They said I should be on there as Pray Tell's arch rival. But they're also saying that it's rumored, well, I don't know, I haven't heard this, but someone is saying that Malik is looking to get on pose as well. So I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what the word on the street is, that, he's trying to get some work. So who knows? But child, me and Pray Tell going at it, honey. That would be hard. Okay? Now, she sings better than I do, as far as I'm concerned, but hell, I'll give her a run for her money. Okay? She could take the tenor, I'll take the baritone note, honey. We can sit there and sing home together. Okay? No. Then, Allison, I come out because you 80s girl. Your music was the late 80s, and see, we're in the late 80s, and right now they just crossed it to the 90s. So, yeah, we'll come out there and do Just Call My Name, honey. How about that? Just call my name. and I'll come running. Ah, yes we can. Yes we can. All you gotta do is snap your fingers and I'll be there for you. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. So, let me wrap this up because it's 2:13. Oh. And I'll be switching out in a minute because I gotta go do the floors and all of that stuff here. But I just wanted to get that up off of me because, that was just burning my brain cells. Because I really, 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 really think that girlfriend took the... Number one, it's timing. But y'all know, we are living in a society that is very, 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 very reality show based. And so I think, if you really want to know the truth about it, I think little Miss Girl Honey won't end on this. She wants some popularity and carrying on. Number one. Number two, I think that the timing of this is just wrong. I wish she had chosen her words a little bit more correctly. Well, I won't say correctly. I wish she had chosen a better format to tell her story, without necessarily implicating him, but telling the real. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it is you mad that he came out, but yet telling us not to congratulate him. When the trans community is looking for all the allies, child. The trans community is looking for their equity in mainstream, okay? And we could get the equity built up, then it would be no longer the shame or whatever that the girls have to go through. It will no longer be that, okay? So now that we have others that's coming out to do this, now you just sit up there and just do a monkey wrench in the plan, girl. And I just think she just fucked up the thing. You know? So, whew, Lord. Okay, Allison, you said I could see it. You could see it? You said, hell, I'm trying to be on pose too. They could use my single, Feeling Lucky Lately, in the last episode. Sang, baby. Not feeling lucky. Ooh. You know what? They did use your single. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They gave us that, didn't they? Come on, girl. I could see that too. I see you tall and statuous. Oh, girl. Okay, enough said. Enough said. Whew. Okay, I think I got to the bottom of me now. Okay. What I am going to do here, y'all take and share this with other people. Let's get this conversation started, and let's have constructive dialogue with it, because what I would like to do on the radio show is I want to find other trans-attracted people who are willing to come forward and to talk. Because, see, we need to support them as well. The trans community getting the love and carrying on, but those who love them need the love as well. I'm part of the big boy community. Y'all know those of us who are 250 or better, and I'm going to go up and say 300 or better, because at that 250 mark, it's cute to y'all still, unless y'all short. Unless short men are short and they look like they 250, y'all don't have a problem with that. But those of us who are 300 or better, y'all have a problem with that and carrying on. So we need to sit down here and create safe spaces so that people can be who they are. Let them love who they love. Okay? Love who they love. All right? Whether you agree with it or not, you can turn your nose up or whatever. You don't have to like it. Okay? But we have to create safe spaces so that people can be who they are in their authenticity, and then they can be transparent. Once we get to transparency, then we won't have room. If everybody was transparent, the down low community would not need to have a community, because the down low is there because they can't be transparent because of the ridicule and the frustrations and carrying on. Okay? You say you want truth, and carrying on, but yet, can you really handle the truth? Okay? That's interesting. Leo, you say, why don't you interview her? I'm sure she'd be open to it. Leo, Allison has already been on the show. Yes, I'm going to have to send y'all the link to her show. She's been on before. Allison, she says, well, have a good morning, love. You too, baby. I love you, and I love you. for thinking of me the way that you do, for coming in, honey. We'll talk again real soon. I love this woman, honey. She is so cool. She is so cool. Copy that. Mezzanine, that was Livingston. Okay. So, all right then, children. Let me get together because I got to put all of my little notes into my little log over here and get my computer going. So let's share this with as many people as possible, and let's do this thing, okay? And all of that. Make sure y'all go to my wall. I don't want to get into that. What's on my wall here? I sent many of you guys my Cash App or whatever. Just go to my wall and read that for me because I'm working on something. I don't want to mix that up with this. Just go to my wall and read that for me. And if you're led to do it, then go as your heart leads you. Okay, and we will go from there. So until the next time, my darlings, honey, you may finish all of your tea and dunk all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea with Big Meach right here on this installment of what? The Donut Factory, honey, Chronicles and Commentaries. I'll see you guys again real soon, okay? Hello, hello.